As the autumn leaves of 2025 fall across Russia, a sense of anticipation fills the air. The vibrant colors of the season are slowly giving way to the first hints of winter, and with each passing day, the landscape transforms, signaling the approach of a season unlike any in recent memory. A distinct chill is settling in, more biting and persistent than usual. Early morning frost now lingers longer, and people bundle up in heavier coats, bracing themselves for what's to come. Forecasters are sounding the alarm. A formidable winter for 2025 to 2026 is on the horizon, one that is expected to be both colder and snowier than last year. Meteorologists are tracking powerful cold fronts and unusual weather patterns that could bring record-breaking conditions. Millions in western Russia, the North Caucasus and western Siberia must prepare for a season that could test infrastructure, challenge transportation networks, and disrupt daily life in ways not seen for years. The coming months may bring not only inconvenience, but also real risks to safety and well-being. This winter demands attention and preparation, as observable climate patterns and scientific data already point to a dramatic shift. Experts are analyzing temperature anomalies, precipitation trends, and atmospheric changes, all of which suggest a season of extremes. Powerful blizzards, severe ice storms, and deep frosts are expected to sweep across vast regions. These events could lead to hazardous travel, power outages, and increased pressure on emergency services. The contrast with last winter will be stark. While last year brought milder conditions, this season's short-term variability reminds us that Russia's climate can still produce winters of exceptional cold and intensity, catching many off guard. Residents from Moscow to Novosibirsk should take proactive steps, winterize homes, prepare vehicles for icy roads, and stay informed about changing conditions. Stocking up on essentials and creating emergency plans will be crucial for families and communities alike. In this chapter, we'll explore the science behind this forecast and detail specific risks, from avalanches in the mountains to urban freezing rain and the dangers of prolonged cold snaps. Understanding these threats is the first step towards staying safe. This is your essential guide to understanding and navigating the winter of 2025 to 2026. We'll provide practical tips, expert insights, and the latest updates to help you face the season with confidence. Let's dive into the forces shaping our chilly forecast and discover how to prepare for the winter ahead. To understand this winter's forecast, we look to the equatorial Pacific Ocean, where subtle changes in sea surface temperatures can have far-reaching impacts. The story of this season's weather begins thousands of kilometers away from Russia, in the vast expanse of the Pacific. A strengthening La Niña, characterized by cooler sea surface temperatures stretching across the central and eastern Pacific, is a primary driver of global weather shifts. These cooler waters disrupt normal atmospheric circulation, setting off a chain reaction that can be felt around the world. La Niña alters the jet stream, the high-altitude river of air that steers storms and cold fronts. This year, it's expected to lock in a colder, more persistent weather pattern for Eurasia, increasing the likelihood of prolonged cold spells and heavier snowfall across the region. Meanwhile, high above the Arctic, the stratospheric polar vortex, a vast area of low pressure and swirling winds, may be especially prone to disruption this season. When stable, it keeps frigid air contained, but when weakened, it can unleash waves of Arctic cold far to the south. A weakened vortex can send frigid Arctic air plunging into lower latitudes, triggering extreme cold snaps and blizzard conditions. This is when winter in Russia can turn truly severe, with temperatures dropping rapidly and snow piling up. Adding to the mix, the quasi-biennial oscillation, or QBO, is expected to be in its easterly phase. This shift in stratospheric winds increases the odds of a polar vortex disruption, making sudden stratospheric warming events more likely and further enhancing the risk of severe winter outbreaks. These factors, La Niña, a vulnerable polar vortex, and the QBO, are converging to favor a colder, snowier winter than usual. The interplay between ocean temperatures, atmospheric currents, and stratospheric winds is setting the stage for a dramatic season. Remarkably, the chill in Moscow this winter could trace its origins to ocean temperatures near Peru and wind patterns high above the equator. These invisible connections, known as teleconnections, link distant parts of the globe in surprising ways. By studying these global teleconnections, meteorologists can make more confident seasonal forecasts, predicting not just the likelihood of cold, but also the timing and intensity of winter's harshest periods. All signs point to a classic, cold, and snowy Russian winter ahead, a stark departure from the milder patterns of recent years. Residents should prepare for a season that could test their endurance and adaptability. As the snow begins to fall and temperatures plunge, prepare for a winter that challenges modern resilience and brings the true power of nature to the forefront. Let's compare the upcoming winter with the last. The previous winter was influenced by a neutral El Niño, resulting in milder conditions. This year, a strengthening La Niña promotes a blocked weather pattern. Instead of a smooth flow, expect stagnant high pressure over the North Atlantic or Scandinavia. This setup diverts mild Atlantic air and opens a pathway for frigid Arctic air into Russia. Snowfall will be more dramatic, with storms bringing abundant cold air. Snow will be lighter, fluffier, and accumulate rapidly, sticking around longer. We are moving from a winter dominated by mild air to one dominated by frigid Arctic air. Prepare for a winter that feels more traditional, challenging, and memorable. The atmospheric stage is set for a season of classic cold and snow. For Western Russia, including Moscow and St. Petersburg, this winter promises a formidable return. December will see early cold, with significant snow before the new year. Urban areas should be alert for freezing rain or ice storms. January will bring intensified cold, with Arctic air pushing southward. Prepare for deep frost, with temperatures plunging below -25°C. Blizzards will be a threat, causing whiteout conditions and transportation standstills. February will continue the cold and snowy theme, with a deep snowpack. Western Russia faces a colder, snowier winter than in years. Prepare for higher heating bills, travel disruptions, and health risks from extreme cold. The North Caucasus, known for milder winters, faces dramatic changes. December brings an active storm track, with heavy snow at higher elevations. Ski resorts could see a deep, early snow base, increasing avalanche risk. January will bring continental cold, with freezing temperatures even at lower elevations. Mountain communities will face heavy snowfall and dangerous conditions. Avalanche danger will peak during and after storms, prompting warnings and road closures. February continues the cold and snow. With an immense snowpack, the ongoing avalanche threat remains high, with potential for destructive avalanches. This snowpack poses a flood risk in spring, requiring close monitoring. The North Caucasus faces extremes: heavy snow, increased avalanche danger, and unusual cold. The contrast with last winter's patchy snow will be striking. Residents and visitors must heed avalanche bulletins and prepare for travel disruptions. The beauty of the snow-covered Caucasus is matched by its potential danger. Western Siberia, synonymous with extreme cold, faces an exceptionally harsh winter. The Siberian high will establish early, plunging cities into a deep freeze. Temperatures will run 5 to 10 degrees Celsius below average. January will be brutal, with Arctic air waves and extreme cold. Temperatures could plummet to -40 or 50 degrees Celsius. Infrastructure will be strained, requiring extreme precautions for outdoor activity. February offers little relief, with the Siberian high ensuring persistent cold. Western Siberia faces a season of sustained, severe cold, testing endurance. This winter will feel like a throwback to legendary Siberian winters. Let's walk through the winter month by month. December 2025 marks the transition to a cold, snowy regime. Western Russia will see significant snowfalls and freezing rain risks. The North Caucasus will build an early, deep snowpack, elevating avalanche risk. Western Siberia will experience a deep freeze, with temperatures far below average. January 2026 is the peak of winter, with polar vortex disruptions. Western Russia faces deep frosts and blizzards, while the North Caucasus sees heavy snows and cold. February continues winter's grip, with deep snowpacks and persistent cold. This winter is a marathon of cold, requiring preparation for an early onset, brutal peak, and lingering finish. As a severe winter approaches, preparation and safety become more important than ever. When temperatures drop dramatically, it's not just about comfort, it's about protecting yourself and your loved ones from real danger. Hypothermia and frostbite are serious risks in extreme cold. Always, dress in several warm layers, making sure to cover your head, hands, and feet. Limit your time outdoors, especially during the coldest parts of the day, and take frequent breaks to warm up if you must be outside. Prepare your home and vehicle before the worst weather hits. Service your heating system, insulate windows and doors to keep the cold out, and assemble emergency kits with essentials like water, food, flashlights, and blankets. Don't forget to include extra medications and pet supplies if needed. For your vehicle, keep a winter survival kit in the trunk, including jumper cables, a shovel, sand or kitty litter for traction, and warm clothing. Always maintain at least a half-full gas tank to avoid getting stranded in the cold. Travel during winter requires extra planning. Check weather forecasts and road conditions before leaving, and let someone know your route and expected arrival time. Avoid unnecessary trips during storms or severe cold snaps. In urban areas, be especially cautious of black ice on sidewalks and roads. Walk slowly, wear shoes with good traction, and use handrails when available to prevent slips and falls. In mountainous regions like the North Caucasus, pay close attention to avalanche bulletins and never venture into closed or restricted areas. Avalanches can happen suddenly and without warning. Stay informed with real-time information from official sources. Monitor local news, weather channels, and emergency alerts to keep up with changing conditions. Rashi Dramat and regional emergency services provide frequent updates and important safety instructions. Make it a habit to check their websites or social media for the latest information. A reliable weather app on your phone can offer timely notifications about snowstorms, icy conditions, and emergency warnings, helping you make safer decisions. By combining thorough preparation with up-to-date information, you can greatly reduce the risks of winter. Review your emergency plans with your family and make sure everyone knows what to do. This winter demands respect and proactive measures. The more you prepare, the safer and more comfortable you'll be, no matter how harsh the weather becomes. Stay updated, prepare thoroughly, and face the challenges head-on. Make winter safety a family priority and encourage neighbors to do the same. With careful preparation and a little extra caution, we can all navigate the winter months safely and confidently. Let's look forward to spring, knowing we faced the season's challenges together and created memories that will last for years to come. The winter of 2025 to 2026 will leave a lasting impression. Climatic signals point to sustained cold and significant snowfall. This is not an average winter. It's colder, snowier, and more challenging. Western Russia should prepare for a classic, snowy winter with intense January cold. The North Caucasus faces record-breaking snows and avalanche threats. Western Siberia will see intensified cold, demanding respect and preparation. Expect an early start, a brutal peak, and a deep snowpack. Proactive preparation is key. Winterize homes, assemble kits, and plan for disruptions. Stay informed, respect the cold, and prepare for the snow.